If I'm being honest, this is probably one of, if not my favorite van aesthetically.
What's up, guys? All right, guys, I'm doing another video with Mark Roman here at Nomadik Customs. I can guarantee you guys, you have not seen a van of this caliber in this detail. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, this is crazy. I'm gonna pop outside real quick. I'm gonna kick Mark out of the way, and we're gonna show you that this spectacular van build now has a pop top on it, which is oddly enough the same tent that I have on my truck over there. So we're gonna get me off camera, we're gonna get him on camera. He's gonna give us all the details on this amazing van that he has created at Nomadik Customs. Here we go.
Good to always spend time with you too, buddy.
Yeah, man. We are not in your shop. We're actually out at a public golf course, but it's really beautiful here.
Yeah, I came out here because I thought it'd be quieter, and it turns out we're on a very busy road.
But it is quieter because we don't have that amazing overpass right over us. So.
Two-story interstate highway.
Before we get into this beauty you got going on right here,
yeah.
Why don't you tell the audience that don't know who you are?
Sure. We're Nomadik Customs. Nomadik Customs. Custom van builds primarily, and then we do a lot of service repair, some remodeling of vans. And our shop's in Portland, Oregon, and yeah.
You've been doing this since 2018?
2018. This is probably around our 87th van, maybe.
Okay.
85th, 87th, something like that.
And Nomadik's claim to fame is you guys don't build just one van, or you don't build three types of vans.
We don't have a model.
Right.
We do strictly custom. You come to us with your ideas. We give you some guidance. You know, there's a lot out there on YouTube, so a lot of people come to us after watching YouTube videos for years, and they kind of know what they want. Other people sort of ask us what they should put in the van, but in the end, the advantage of going with custom is that when you open the door, it suits you, and you're not just living out of a van, but you're living in it.
Pros and cons, obviously, with your custom side of things. You know, not to call you out, it does take longer, everybody, to do custom work.
Yeah, it takes much longer.
It does take longer and you guys don't have like a CNC machine because you're not repeating parts over and over and over again.
Yeah,
it's literally like, you know, an inch can change everything in that van.
Well,
inch dimensional, yeah.
Yeah, we're very invested in people's stories, right? Yeah. And so when people come to us and they have their desires and their dreams and what they've been kind of thinking about for a long time, we do our best to manifest that for different uses, different strokes for different folks, right? So if you're a weekend warrior and you just need like, you know, a bed and some bolting cabinets, but on the customized side, we don't necessarily do that. We kind of take people's ideas and we try to manifest them into as close as possible to what their vision is, and then give some guidance in the process of like products to use and that sort of thing.
Well, thanks for letting us know about Nomadik Customs.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Now you've got a Sprinter behind you. We're going to get into that.
It's a 170 all-wheel drive 2024. Put a agile rip kit on it, so it's got a 2-inch lift, front struts, new coilover shocks. Opti struts in the back, which is kind of, it's not necessarily a new thing, but it basically, instead of having all the struts, or I'm sorry, all the springs loaded up into one big stack, you can have less springs and then put these wedges in to give you more. So the back is actually rated at 6,000 pounds. We have our custom side steps on the side. We fabricate those in-house. Those are all aluminum. And then we've got flatline stuff on the back. So we've got the flatline gear platform, tire rack, and a little kind of clamshell box, storage box. And then on the front, we have the CA-tuned bumper. I found these kind of fun lights. They're called Novasight lights.
Yeah.
And they do like a kind of a little bit of different methods, or different settings will make it do different things. So you can make it kind of look like Knight Rider, the kit, nice. Kit the car. Well, we can actually go look at them. They've got a little bit different of a design to them. But the other thing that's fun is you can take these off. So when you're in fog, you can put them on and get a nice amber light, which helps out with the fog a little bit. And then when you're up in the woods, you can have just the white light, so it's nice and bright. Got a light bar up top. And then of course, the obvious thing, we have the Super Pacific cloud cap tent. We decided to put it on backwards so that you could have a little bit of a deck area in the back.
So do you think other people reverse it and go clam up that way?
You can do either. You can either have it open from the front or open from the back.
Yeah, I think like Super Pacific show van that they have it opening the other direction.
Yeah, and this one we did because we custom built our own rack in the back. It's about a quarter rack back there. But
okay,
when
so you have a rack in the back, so that's sitting on its own, it's not like inside of the rack.
Yeah, no, it's bolted down to the frame rails or to the roof rails. And then when you're up in the tent, you can actually, you know, have a spot up there to kind of like chill out or put a little solo stove or...
And it's not a rooftop tent, it's actually a pop top. And we're gonna show the access, because Super Pacific got mad at me one day when I called it a rooftop tent, and they were like, it's not, it's a pop top.
No, it's a pop top for sure. And then we have 17-inch rims, Black Rhino, Arsenal tire, and then Falcon Wild Peak tires.
As we're walking inside, Mark, a lot of people always ask price.
Yeah.
You just went over the exterior, and I would say that that's got to be at least 40 grand. Well, probably more with the pop top of just exterior components.
Yeah, I mean the pop top is 12.2 plus the labor to put it in.
Yep.
On the back of the van, you're probably looking at about $6,500 plus plus stuff. You know.
Not to mention the van itself. The
suspension, you're probably looking at, you know, 4 to 5 on suspension and probably another 4 to 5 in wheels and tires.
4 to 5 suspension, does that include labor? There's no way, because I thought
no.
Okay.
That's not including labor, yeah. Roof rack and all that stuff. So yeah, you're probably pretty close.
To the 40 mark, give or take?
I would say something like that. I mean, the front bumpers, about 5 grand. The lights were like a grand.
So if you took all that off, you would take away, you know, 40 grand ish.
Yeah.
Off of the overall price, and then the van itself is about, you know, 80 to 90 ish.
Yeah, the van itself is probably closer to around 75 to 85, somewhere around there. And I mean, these are all like shoot from the hip numbers.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of
educated guesses.
Well, yeah, for sure. But the other thing too is a lot of people talk about price and are curious about price. And then I see all the comments about people being critical or supportive of that price too. I prefer to look at it as, like I said, we invest in the story.
Yeah.
And no matter what your budget is, if you have ideas in your head or dreams that you want to accomplish in doing different things in your lifestyle, then you can't really put a price on that. Kind of sounds a little bit pompous in the sense of like, oh yeah, you know, because we don't necessarily make a lot of money either, because we go so customized that
it doesn't really offset your labor.
Very, very labor heavy. Yeah. But at the same time, when this customer in particular opens up the door, it's built for him, his family, everything that he came to us with ideas. We've done every single thing. We took a long time to do it, but everything that, once he opens that door, everything in there is exactly how he wants it.
You know, without putting the customer on blast, because I don't like doing that, but what is a price point of something like this?
I would say that with van included, we're probably somewhere in the like $245 to $265 range.
And that's crazy to me, because like you're fully custom.
What we should be charging is probably about $300 to $325.
I agree, because I've done tours of,
and I've seen some vans that are way lesser of customization go for upwards of like $400.
And again, it just really depends. Like I've seen vans that have 70, 80,000 of exterior components.
100%.
So,
and a lot of it is just going to be what you pick and choose to put onto the van. I mean, you could easily spend another probably 25 to 30K just on this. It's complete and done, but you could add a bunch of stuff.
You could add a lot more than that.
A lot of stuff to it.
All right, well, let's step inside, because we've spent a long time on that, and I apologize to the viewers, but I think it's just important to get it across. I'm still baffled at the 300. Like, you're under 300. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, we're under 300 on this rig.
As we're stepping inside, it is stunning in here. I feel like I'm in like a walnut forest.
Yeah, it's a very Northwest van for sure. And again,
could you imagine? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like, could you imagine like just like sleeping up in the tent, right? And like you're surrounded by wilderness, and then you come down, and you're like, I'm still surrounded by wilderness.
I'm still in the wilderness. Yeah.
Sure.
If I'm being honest, this is probably one of, if not my favorite van aesthetically.
Aesthetically.
Like the colors, the greens, the browns, the cream, this kind of sand color, it just all turned out really nice. And honestly, haven't built my van out yet, but I've already kind of decided that this color scheme is going to be probably pretty similar to what I do in mine.
Well, let's start in the front. Obviously, you've got and by the way, Mark and I are going to sacrifice a little bit because it does have air conditioning. We're going to have it off. And it's 102 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome, everyone. All right, so front, you have your custom, Nomadik Customs.
Yeah, so we make our own window covers and that sort of thing. So we have the window covers to go over a windshield, side windows, and then we have this insulated cover as well. So when you have all these covers in, you have this going and you have the air conditioner going. It's actually really comfortable in here. So much of your environment goes through the windshields. And so being able to have this insulated partition, we've actually clocked it as, with a heat gun, a 40-degree difference between the cab and the cargo space of the van.
I believe it, yeah.
With this down. So, and then what's cool is it's 3 panels. So you can roll all 3 panels up like this, or you can have 1 panel down and have just a pass-through in the middle, or you can have all 3 down and have privacy as well as some good climate control.
I'm sorry, is that front suite a swivel?
Yep, so this swivels around. Actually, both seats swivel.
Oh, they do, okay.
Yeah, this one swivels around full, and then this one swivels around probably about 90 degrees. Get 3 or 4 or 5 people in here. Yep. We usually have a lagoon table here, but just for purposes of
the tour,
being able to move around, we didn't put that in.
I'll maybe throw some images of some of your other epoxy work, but you are usually doing epoxy river table specifically just for your clients. Do you have one already made?
Yes. Yeah.
What color is it?
It's walnut.
The river.
Oh, it's green. I mean, again, props to my guys working for me. They have just continued to impress over and over and over again. They keep coming out with new ways of doing things, new craft ways of doing things. What I really love about our shop is that we have multiple years of experience between the 14 or 15 employees that I have. And then having really imaginative and inventive clients helps out too, because they put out these things to us and they become a little bit challenging. And so it challenges us. And that's where a lot of the fun is. And that's why we do the van for less than what we should charge, because we actually love doing what we do.
You do use veneer where veneer is needed. Is this a veneer or is this solid?
So this is a walnut plywood.
Oh, you used a walnut plywood?
Yeah.
What is that, like 400 a sheet?
No, it's not that expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like $225.
Well, I've only seen, I think, one walnut plywood. That was with you.
Yeah.
And you just had like a test piece with me.
Well, that was actually like a veneer that was stitched, glue stitched and everything. Okay. And that was like $400.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. No,
okay.
That's like super
next level.
Super high level. No, this is cabinet grade plywood. Okay. So it's solid veneer or a solid core. Yeah. So that it's structural. And it doesn't have the MDF layer in it. The reason why you don't want to use solid wood on like things like doors is because they'll start to cup. Yeah,
they'll cup, yeah.
Because of the grain, different elevations, different moisture levels are going to make things cup. And so what's nice about plywood is that it's glued, so then it stays nice and flat. And then they put a walnut veneer on it, and so we still get to do the grain match and all that kind of stuff that you see.
So the factory does that, you guys didn't veneer it?
No.
Okay.
No. And then we use the solid wood for doing more stuff like this, where you have like your trims and all that kind of stuff. But this plywood cabinets are actually fairly lightweight, and then we use maple plywood as a structure. So again, it's a structural plywood, and then we can come in and because it has like a lightweight poplar and fir core, it makes the cabinets actually pretty lightweight. And one of these days, I'd love to do a project with you.
I know, we should do this.
Where we...
I don't know. No, don't even say what we're going to do, because I want to do it.
But one of these days, we're going to do that.
Yes, we
because
are going to do it.
I'm so curious. Start talking solid wood, you know, window rings, all these little trim pieces, these little weird shapes. Everything in here is wrapped. And that's what the guys have just done such an amazing job improving on their skill set. This, I think, is probably one of the better vans that we've ever produced.
Yeah.
We have a storage bench area up here, and this is actually something that we've done for a very long time.
But the first time we developed this?
Yeah, I do. With Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so this pulls out. And then this comes up and flips over and then provides potentially another sleeping space. Also a place where you can put your legs out, kind of like a little sofa chase, whatever. So it's kind of a cool way of you know, expanding the space and making it possible.
Wow, so you guys have, it sounds like to me you have you have 3 separate sleeping spaces in here.
Yeah, you could sleep potentially 5 adults in here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
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 Yeah, so
6 if you want to get real creative with under the bed.
If you want to get really creative, yes.
Yeah, and then you have this really nice refrigerator. I know, and what was the layout called when we first did this layout? We did a tour of it a while back.
Garrett was the one that originally requested this stuff, and then we did a tour, and it did very well. And then all of a sudden, we've got
like 6,
12 people that were interested in doing that layout. So this is probably the most model-oriented van that we've ever produced, because we actually have. You'll probably see in a couple of future tours this same layout, but way different materials and things going into it.
Yep.
So that's where we still kind of customize a lot of stuff.
Now, in Garrett's original, that was not there.
No.
And you changed it later because the guy that bought it.
So Garrett originally had a drawer chest style refrigerator that came out.
Per his request.
Per his request. And I'm just not a fan of chest style refrigerators. And so I wanted to kind of do something a little bit different. So we added this. We took the seat out of Garrett's and we added this. So we've done some, you know, different configuration in here to Garrett's. I love this refrigerator. It's the Isotherm Cruise 115. Mm-hmm. And what I love about it is that the compressor is actually on the bottom rather than the top. So you get a really nice, big, deep freezer, which is kind of something that's pretty hard to find in a 4 cubic foot refrigerator. We came up with this veneer kit. So we actually sell these individually as well. You know, you can make this now a walnut refrigerator.
Nice.
And then another thing that we do is, you know, every Sprinter out there is black dash. We wanted to be able to kind of carry some of the warmth of the walnut up into the front. And so we made this whole veneer kit where now we have walnut veneer over all of the different handles and all that kind of stuff.
So as we move into the back here, this is a bed, everybody, that we're going to get to. But did you want to put that down when I'm over here? Or do you want to switch? You can just step into the back there. Now, everybody, I'm stepping into a bathroom that we're going to show in a bit.
Yeah.
But it's probably the nicest van bathroom I've ever stepped in. It is very spa-like. So there's your bed.
This is the bed. So that all comes down.
Okay.
And then folds back up, and then we have a little barrel lock up here that you push down, and then
so that sucker ain't moving when you're...
Everything's nice and hidden, and that's not going anywhere.
That ain't going anywhere. And
Yeah.
I believe when you did put it down, it sat right on this ledge.
It sits on this ledge as sort of the support.
You have something that you're going to show me right here, which I have coined the phrase Nomadik slide.
Yeah, so we have magnets embedded in these flip-ups, and then you have a little corbel there that kind of gives it support. And then you see the faucet there, but then this comes out and gives you your workspace here, induction cooktop, and then we have a sink that a nice deep sink in there for your faucet.
Now, why did you hide everything? Like, was that, you know, I know it was Garrett's request, but like people have really loved that.
You know, it's about kind of Swiss Army knifing your van into different uses. So, right. You know, I have a thing in my house where I don't like to see my TV. So my TV used to be actually hidden behind a piece of wall art.
Yeah.
And then I just opened it up and there was my TV. So I think just preference wise. So you can put it into kitchen mode and then you can be like, okay, we're done with dinner. Let's put all this away. We'll fold this back down. And then you can't even tell that there's anything in here.
And then you can put the bed down and they're in bedroom mode. And
then you're in bedroom mode. Or you can, like we have this opening over here as well, that you could put like a little computer screen or something like that in.
You could be in work mode.
And you can be in work mode because then you have, you know, some workspace and whatnot to be able to do that. So
laptops, everything in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that regard, you know, it's pretty nice because you can convert it into multiple uses. Yeah, no, we can actually talk about this. So this is the Super Pacific Cloud Cap, and we've got a little 6-foot ladder that telescopes.
At this point, everybody's going to start asking, why did you put the opening back here when the bed is right here?
Yeah, so a couple reasons. One is if it's just the two of them, then they'll be able to have the option of sleeping upstairs or downstairs.
Sure.
If it's more people, then while the bed is down, people can actually just stand on the bed and get up there.
Yep.
So a little bit inconvenient for people that want to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or whatever. But basically, we've tried to set it up so that 4 grown adults can be in this full time. But what it does allow is for us to be able to put a skylight above you and have like a little deck space up there, and you could get one of those little, like, you know, coffee can size solo stoves and have a little campfire up there.
You could.
I mean, you could really kind of just turn it into whatever you want, and that's kind of the fun part about doing custom, is that you can Swiss Army knife it into anything.
Yeah, so. For sure. Again, your crew went kind of ham on this artwork. I asked you the other day, this is actually epoxy right here.
Yeah, so we wanted to pull some greens in, but make it a little bit lighter. So we did an epoxy pour. So this is actually matted out epoxy. And then we have Bolivian rosewood, wenge, white oak, Shishugiban, and walnut. And then this is Gojiban, which is a deeper char. So it gives a little bit better texture or different texture than the normal Shishugiban. This artwork we actually ordered, but we're going to start making these ourselves.
Wow.
And it has all the national parks listed on there, and then you'll see right here there's a little tree.
Yep.
And that little tree plugs in, and so you can put in where you've been, where you visited.
Parks.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the West Coast national parks compared to the East Coast.
Yeah, it might be
crazy.
Kind of hard to get to America Samoa in the van. But then we've got upper storage up here. We've got our Starlink antenna up here, or router, and then some more storage in the middle, which we have the shower curtain in. And then we have, you know, this upper ambient lighting, as well as the strip lighting in the middle.
Yep.
And then same thing on this side. We have the ambient lighting as well as the undercab lighting.
I'm going to give you and your team another challenge that you guys need to do in the future, especially with the Super Pacific. I would love to see these strip lights. I call them halo lights up in the Super Pacific.
So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
We did bring electricity up, so we actually made this little box.
Okay.
And so you have like USB-C and a 12-volt outlet.
Okay.
So that you can plug in phones and stuff, whoever's up there. But then off of this box, we will then be able to start putting lights and stuff. So
it's coming.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. My buddy Keegan that has a Rivian, he put in what we call halo lights, and they're friggin' killer.
Oh, it's so awesome.
It's so nice looking, especially at night.
Yeah. And then, you know, lots of storage in these upper cabinets here. And then under here is all of our mechanicals. So we have our heating system, our air conditioning, and our power system. We have a 10,000 watt hour system in here, 24 volt, so 400 amp hours at 24 translates to 800 at 12, translates to 10,000 or 10.2 kilowatts.
So if you have a 24 volt system, I'm assuming you have a 24 volt cruising comfort?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why we like going with 24 over 12 or 48, I like it better than 48 because we only have one step down, and with 48 you have to step down twice to get to 12 volt appliances like your refrigerator.
Sure.
And then also it allows us to consolidate everything down. So we can, the whole entire power system is actually in this space underneath the bed. And then this is our access point for all of our breaker panels. Yep. And then the whole system kill switch is right here.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we can kind of hide all that, make it way better access. Like in the original Garrett van, you had to like lift everything up, take the lid off, do all these different things. So we kind of changed the design on that as well.
Well, I think it's time to reveal the spa bathroom, but what do you think going outside? How about I go outside?
Yeah, sure.
And then you open it up from the inside.
Yeah, I can just show you too real quick, just some other spots for storage. We have a 32 gallon water tank in here. And then obviously we've shown this before, but this is our slide out for the Brava oven. And so you just turn your inverter on, and then there's a little switch here, and you can turn the oven on, and then you have your oven that you can, basically like a Jetsons oven, you can sear meat and do all sorts of things in it.
You went over quite a bit, so let's let me go out to the outside. We're now at the back.
This has got a little pocket door in it.
I wouldn't say just a little pocket door. You guys like you put, you designed it. You freaking put like elements to it. And now, are those slats on the other side as well, on your side?
Front side actually has like a little bit of a walnut design in it, which is kind of cool.
Now, it's interesting also, now that I'm down here, I'm looking up the ceiling. It looks like your slats in your front are going this way, but your bathroom's actually going across this way.
Yeah, dare to be different.
Well, I think it's actually more, it's like your mind telling you it's a different space too.
All those little subtle things, like you just pointed out, are things that we just kind of get together. There's no like plan. We don't have a bunch of stuff, but when we get together and talk, 4 or 5 of us get together and we just kind of come up with all the different ideas for stuff, and so it really tracks and works well.
Now you have a skylight back here that's obviously really, really well done. You did these vents once in the back here, and I really wish you did those again.
Yeah, we're actually designing a new one.
Oh, okay.
These guys, you're going to be able to have speakers and a vent.
Okay.
These guys wanted to upgrade stereo, so we put these marine speakers in, so you could have the doors open if you wanted to. But yeah, these throw out some pretty good sound.
Oh, nice.
And then you have the bug screen in the back here that folds down. And then you have a shower curtain that actually is a full circumference with an entrance here, as well as a zipper to be able to access the slide and all that kind of stuff.
Now, the way that it's sitting right now, if I was out at like dispersed camping, and there's nobody around me, could I shower right where you are naked, just doors open?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's nothing like, everything's waterproof where you're at.
This is all marine coated, so yeah.
Pretty cool.
Nice big pan. We made access so you can clean out the pan really easily if you need to. So that whole entire pan comes out. We put these little cubbies in for like shampoo.
Is that teak or is that walnut?
That's walnut. Yeah.
Waterproof walnut?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
You obviously have you have 2 sinks. You have your kitchen sink and you have a bathroom sink.
Yep. Yeah, and this one's set up kind of smaller, obviously, you know, just to wash hands after going to the bathroom or brushing teeth.
It's literally about. Now, do you have a gray tank set up just for that one?
Yeah, so the gray tank actually goes down underneath the van. It's the same gray tank that does the shower pan, and then the ball valve is right here. So you just hit this switch, ball valve opens, and then the shower drains.
Now, the other day I came and saw this, and I was kind of giving you crap because I was like, exposed screws, Mark? Come on, you're better than that. And your rebuttal to that was what?
Well, we've learned after doing 80 vans plus vans that is a huge pain in the ass when you paint yourself in a corner.
Literally.
And so now we just have access panels to everything. So this panel comes off. This panel comes off and exposes all the plumbing. This panel comes off and exposes some of the toilet and bathroom stuff. That panel up there comes off so that you can get into the climate control and the electrical. We've done a lot of learning in how to build a van based off of us needing to fix things.
Yeah.
Both in other people's vans that they bring to us, other companies' vans that they bring to us, and then our own vans when we do something and then later we're like, oh, note that.
Also, one of my favorite wall materials that you did in the shower is in here, which is a
paper stone. So it's
which a lot of people use in countertops, but you guys were like, we're going to put it into a wall, shower wall.
So we use it in countertop and in the walls. I actually really love this material. It's not a full waterproof material, so you can't just put this up and leave it. You've got to treat it, but we have it treated. And what I love about paper stone is it's recycled paper and epoxy, and so you can actually use wood tools on it. So routers and saws and all that kind of stuff you can use without having to have like specific tile saws and stuff. And then down here we have our little Lazy Susan that comes out. Oops, sorry. And then this is our toilet, and then it comes around.
Okay.
So that you can.
Man, the last store that you and I did, people were ripping into us because we didn't show what the silver box was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess Mark and I have done so many of these videos, I thought people knew what the wrap-on was.
Yep.
So it is called the wrap-on Trekker.
The wrap-on Trekker, it is a dry flush system. It has a tube of plastic that goes down these little wheels. So you do your business, the plastic pulls down and a heat gun comes across, seals it, and then drops the bag down underneath the toilet, and then you just grab that single-use bag and throw it away. But yeah, so that's where the toilet is.
And then you have storage back here for all of the goods. Yep. It looks like you have your cables and everything.
So we have electrical, all of our plumbing stuff, and then your awning rod, and then all the storage, little outlet down there for in case you want to plug something in outside.
Well, what did we miss? Because I mean, we talked for a long time.
Yeah, I don't think we missed anything because we talked for a long time, as we do. As we do.
Have you gotten requests that you're just like, I can't do that?
No.
Or has there been like, have you, all right.
There was one lady that wanted to put in like an 80-gallon bathtub.
Yeah.
And we said no to that. But we did say yes to a Japanese bathtub.
Yeah, you have done one of those.
And that worked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put a bathtub in a van. It's just, what's
Why?
the point? Yeah.
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 I mean, they are kind of turning into homes. So why not?
Maybe.
I mean, you toured a van that had a steam room in it.
2. I've done 2 of them now.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3. So yeah.
It sounds just as ridiculous as anything else. Why the heck not? You know what I mean?
I mean, if somebody came to you and said, I want a steam room, you'd do it.
Yeah, and again, it kind of tracks back to what we were very first talking about, where people come to us with ideas, and we want to support those ideas as much as possible.
Well, Mark, we appreciate you as always. Can you maybe just shout out again where we can find you if you want
Sure.
a van, and apparently very inexpensive but high end?
Yeah, that should be our new motto. Yeah, you can find us at nomadiccustoms.com, nomadic with a K, and then you can also reach us at 503-894-6118. You can also reach us at on Instagram at Nomadik Customs, and then also YouTube at Nomadik Customs, and then of course your channel as always.
Yeah, I mean, out of the 300 or some odd tours that I've done, I think you're, probably what, 6% of that?
Yeah. It's just because I weirdly don't get tired of you.
Ditto, my friend, ditto. All right, Mark, thanks a lot, bud.
See ya.